Hello family, my name is Kweku Ochere Dako. If today is your first time here, kindly hit the subscribe button, like, comment and share. I really appreciate your time. Now this channel is purposefully to promote Africa, to project Africa to the outside world. So I talk a lot about African history and what is happening here in this continent. Now, I'm very sure you all know this famous YouTuber called WODE. WODE is an African, he's a Ghanaian, and he made a very important post on his Facebook wall that I would like us to share one or two things about it. Now, he asked that, what is your opinion on education in Africa? What is your opinion in education in Africa? Do you think we have the best of educational system? Do you think so? Is that what you think? All right, so is a yes for you or is a no? To me, it's a no. We have the poorest educational system in Africa and Ghana precisely. Some of the people that came under the post to comment also said that. This one says, Peter Donaciono says, there are some things in our educational system that needs elimination. We need more practical oriented programs of studies. For example, what's the use of spending time learning the parts of a grasshopper as if they will render any help to African communities? Very good point. Very good point. Let me read another comment so we get back to the solution of this problem so we can also make a progress. Now, in Kenya, Karen Daniel says, in Kenya, it's like a gamble of politics. Even the government is a bit confused on the competence-based curriculum system that was recently introduced. Very expensive on parents with no clear direction. It's copied without duly consideration of a number of factors. Yes. Very good point. Sudi Amba says, the education system in Africa is not based on our continent needs. That's why most of our graduates wants to go abroad after graduation. We need reform. We need to reform it by focusing on the continent needs such as food production, infrastructure development, technology development, and also healthcare value addition. Very good point, Sudi. Very good point. Now, Father Bone says very bad because it's chew and poor, no practicals. Yes, which I've witnessed a lot of them here in Ghana. Papa Elias says needs to be reviewed, not result oriented. So these are some of the problems we are facing here in Africa when you talk about our educational system. And I believe I have some points here that we need to take a critical look at them, which can also help to make some great changes in our educational system. Now, one of the points that I will talk about is insufficient funding. Many African countries allocate limited resources to education, leading to inadequate infrastructure, insufficient teaching materials, and the lack of well-trained teachers, which is true. Those, in charge of providing money to finance our educational system are the politicians, and they are refusing to do so. They are paying a lot more attention to themselves and ignoring what is very important to this continent's progress, which is education. They are not paying much attention to that. They come today, they change their curriculum. They go tomorrow, they come, they change the curriculum, and that is what is happening here. They are not teaching students what is necessary for them to learn. They are using all these monies to buy cars, to buy properties and all of that. That is the problem. So if we don't pay much attention to our funding of our educational system, this problem will never get solved. Okay. Now, another point which I think we should also consider is teacher shortages and quality. There is a shortage of qualified teachers in many African countries, leading to larger class sizes and reduced individual attention. Additionally, low salaries and limited professional development opportunities discourage teaching as a desirable career choice, which is true. Many of these African youths are now traveling to Europe, they are traveling to America, they are traveling to Asia, to learn or even teach over there, because they believe that when they go there to teach, they can earn some good money. Just recently, the current president of Ghana, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo, said that you can't become a millionaire whilst being a teacher, which we all know it is true. To some extent, it is true. But as a leader of his kind or of his caliber, I at least expected him to make such a statement, which is below belt. You don't, speak this way to discourage others from having the desire also to become teachers. Now, people have lost interest in going to the teacher training colleges to become teachers. And we are lacking quality when it comes to education on the part of teachers. Because why am I saying this? Those that really had the desires to do, they are not being motivated to do so. So most of them, they are diverting into other kinds of businesses to also have some source of income to enjoy this life. So that's one of the reasons why our educational system is the poorest when you come to Africa. Now, I'll go to the last point, and then I expect you also to add your comment to what I've said earlier, and I would love to read from your comment as well, okay? Now, gender inequality also has a role to play when it comes to our educational system. Now, gender disparities persist in education, with girls facing greater barriers to access and completion due to cultural norms, early marriages, and gender-based violence, which I think we should address. This is self-explanatory. We need to pay much attention to our ladies. In fact, they are very important. We can't live this life without them. We can't live this life without them. And talking about ladies, one of the difficulties they are also going through is that a lady will go to school from day one to the very last day when she completes. And when she even goes out to apply for a job, people will then demand sex before giving them the opportunity. My sister have had the same experience, which is very bad, which I think we should boycott that and also deal with people who are into that. Okay, so these are some of the points I believe we should consider and pay much attention to it. When it comes to infrastructure challenges, is another huge problem. Language barrier is another problem. And my problem in totality is the leaders of our educational system. They are in charge of making it good or bad. So what we are experiencing now, I blame them. So they have a role to play. They have a huge role to play to make our educational system the better for all of us. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and share. Don't forget to subscribe. I appreciate your time.